So how many stories have we heard about now where people will run to social media in order to express themselves? They get pissed, they have a temper tantrum, and then they run and go tell the whole world about it. And how many times have we seen these stories lead up to somebody actually being fired or, causing a lot more issues just because they said some things while they were having a hissy fit? And you would think people would learn their lesson to not run to social media every time you have feelings or every time you're upset about something. But people still do it, and people still say a lot of stupid shit. And one developer is finding out just how bad it can get whenever you do throw a little temper tantrum on Twitter. So the developer of Paranautical Activity, they were developing the game. They've released it on Steam Early Access. Of course, Steam, a huge platform if you're a developer and you want to sell your game. So they were wanting to release the game over the weekend. Valve says no because they don't release games over the weekend. So once the weekend was over and the week actually started, the developer wasn't happy with how soon the game was coming out of early access. So here's some of the tweets that he was sending out. A little forewarning, there is a lot of cussing in these tweets. The guy apparently doesn't have a very large vocabulary. So if you don't want to hear that, you might want to turn it off now. I hope by the time my next game comes out, Steam doesn't have this awful fucking monopoly anymore. By the time they fix this, we'll no longer be on the front page, and their response will be, oh well. I am so fucking done dealing with fucking incompetent shits. Fucking Steam is just fucking taking money out of my pocket and misinforming people that my game is in fucking early access. First, they forced me to delay the game because I can't release on weekends. Now this. Steam is the most incompetent piece of fucking shit. And then he tweeted, I am going to kill Gabe Newell. He is going to die. And of course, Gabe is the founder of Valve. So Valve finally responded after the death threat came into Gabe. They said, yes, we have removed the game sales page and ceased relations with the developer, Valve told Polygon, after he threatened to kill one of our employees. So now, instead of the game being in early access and about to go live so the developer can then get the reward for all the years that they've put into working on this game, that's the final payoff. You build a game, you work hard for it, and then you put it up for sale, and the money and the revenue comes in. That makes up for the time you spent building this game. But now they have no game on Steam. Now they have to take their game and try to sell it on other platforms. And, well, the developer isn't happy about that too. So they said, welp, no longer on Steam. I'm done making video games now. It sucked while it lasted. Well, good for you. That way you can go do something with your life that you can be happy with. Pick a profession that you enjoy and love doing, and that'll make life a lot more pleasant for you. And then he says, it's just not possible to make a living in this industry without Steam, so I'm just out. Now, the developer said that they did write to Valve and tried to get them to reconsider their action, and he wrote them a letter saying that he didn't mean what he said, and he pleaded with them to consider the fact that they have a monopoly on the PC market before totally writing them off. So that doesn't sound like much of an apology letter, and if I was Valve, that sure as hell wouldn't make me change my mind. But he says, don't worry guys, everything is going to be okay. We sold 12 copies on non-Steam platforms today. We were selling more than that a minute on Steam. So they were selling a boatload of copies of games on Steam. And this guy decided to bite the hand that feeds him. I don't feel sorry for this guy at all. He's bitching and moaning because Steam is this monopoly, Oh, they've built up this great platform that everybody wants to use. They put out a good product, people like it, and that's a terrible thing. And I hate monopolies, but I want to be a part of it. I want to make money with this monopoly. I mean, give me a break. Don't throw a temper tantrum and run to social media. And whenever you are thinking about tweeting something, think about the times that you're in a good mood and you go to social media and you hear people bitching about the stupidest shit. Like, really, most of the time, we don't care, okay? So just keep it to yourself. You're not the only one that gets pissed. You're not the only one that has a bad day. And whenever you're dealing with businesses, whenever you're dealing professionally in the business world as an adult, you have to learn to be able to control yourself and your emotions and your feelings. And if you let your emotions let loose and run loose, then yeah, you're setting yourself up for disaster. And I really don't have a lot of sympathy for people who can't control themselves or their temper. So anyway, read more about it. Links down in the description box. That does it for me, The Red Dragon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.